Hello and welcome to Big Orbit's Cardfight Vanguard weekly update. My name is James and I will be going through most of the cards shown throughout the past 7 days. So, because GB-Tier 8 is now released in Japan, we got just a big load of GB-Tier 8 cards. So instead of going through all of them, which would take far too long, I've just picked out the more interesting or more useful cards out of them. The first ones to show are a kind of new group. Now, Nightmare Land cards have been out for a long time for Dark Irregulars, but finally, Nightmare Land is actually becoming its own archetype. So we've got quite a few Nightmare Land cards today, and they all work with each other. So firstly, the Grade 3 is Queen of Nightmare Land Heartrude. On Vanguard Circle with Generation Break 1, when this unit attacks or is attacked, you may counterblast 1 and retire Rearguard. If you do, until the end of the battle, this unit gains plus 1000 power for each Nightmare Land card in your soul. She's not as good as Sullivan in terms of defense, but because she can use her skill offensively as well, and being able to retire rested units as well is very good, so she could find her own little place in the game. I do hope to see that she can do. Maybe even if she's like a backup for Sharat or something, but just with a load of Nightmare Land cards in there. And to add to the power, we also have Dormouse of Nightmare Land. As an act on Rearguard Circle with Generation Break 1, you can rest this unit to choose your Vanguard and give it plus 1000 for each Nightmare Land card in your soul. Also, when this unit is put into the drop zone from Rearguard Circle, Soul Charge 1, then if it's your turn, choose one of your units with Nightmare Land in its card name and give it plus 4000 until the end of turn. So you can also just kill it with Heartrude and buff up something else. Dumb of Nightmare Land is a Grade 2 who gains plus 2000 power with Generation Break 1 if you have a D of Nightmare Land in the soul. And when this unit attacks a Vanguard, he gains plus 2000 for each Dumb of Nightmare Land in your soul. And where there's a Dumb, there's a D. So D of Nightmare Land is a critical trigger. You can put this unit into your soul as a Generation Break 1 act if you have a Nightmare Land Vanguard, to give plus 1000 power to one of your units for each Nightmare Land card in your soul, and if the unit you chose was Dumb of Nightmare Land, draw a card. This card also works really well with Gilles de Rais, as this plus Doreen behind Gilles de Rais will give you a lot of power and make Gilles basically unstoppable. The final triple R of the set is for Link Joker, Genesis Dragon Flagiolet Messiah. Genesis Dragon Flagiolet Messiah is a stride that when it attacks, you can counterblast 1 and G-Blast to choose up to 2 locked units for each face-up Flagiolet Messiah in your G-Zone and unlock them. If the number of units unlocked with this effect is 1 or more, choose any number of locked cards and make them Omega locked. If a total of 3 or more units were unlocked with this ability, this unit gets plus 1 critical until the end of battle. So he's great that you can use this as a first stride turn and get Alter Ego's Generation Break 2 early, but your field might not be up to the skill at that point. A great rearguard to use alongside this stride is the Grade 2 Lady Battler of the Black Dwarf. With Generation Break 1 and Counterblast 1, when she attacks, you can give one of your other units plus 5000 power and lock this card. Using this on both your columns will allow you to have 5 attacks in one turn with using Flagiolet Messiah. For Royal Paladin, we have the Grade 1 Knight of Ceremony Piru. On Rearguard Circle with Generation Break 1 and Brave, during the battle, when this unit boosts a unit with the Brave ability, the boosted unit gets plus 3000 power, and Vanguard and Rearguard Circle, when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you may counterblast 1 to draw a card. Goddess of Deep Sleep Taro is a stand trigger with Revelation, and if you're Generation Break 1, when this unit would be put into the drop zone from your soul, you may put this unit into the bottom of your deck and stand 1 rearguard. This works wonders now that Genesis are a lot better at powering up their own guys. And lastly, for GB-Tier 8, we have the Granblue unit 7 Seas Plunderer Knight Spinel. When a 7 Seas card is put on your rearguard circle from your drop zone, this unit gains plus 2000 power. And as an act from the drop zone, choose a 7 Seas card from your hand and discard it. Then call this unit to Rearguard Circle. Now this doesn't really hurt Granblue that much, as the card you discarded you can call to the field. So it's basically win-win. And there are a few cards already shown for G-Clan Booster 4. Causality Dragon has a Generation Break 1 ability, and when this unit is placed on Rearguard Circle, if you have a Chronojet Vanguard, give one of your units plus 2000 power and the ability to choose another rearguard and time leap it if the attack hits. Then, with the new Perfect Guard, with Steamkeeper Rabasim. With the Generation Break 1, when Rabasim is placed on Rearguard Circle due to Time Leap, you can drop a card from your hand and return it to your hand. Like with Chrono Dran, Chrono Fang gets a Forerunner in the form of Chrono Tiger. I promise that's not a typo on my end, apparently it is actually spelt like that, so I can assume it's only pronounced like that too. But anyway, during your turn, when one of your opponent's rear guards are put back into their deck, if you have a Chrono Fang Vanguard, you may counterblast 1 and put this unit into your soul to choose a face-up card from your bind zone and call it to Rearguard Circle and give it plus 4000 power. And lastly for the week, with Talented Change Gear Peacock for Kronos Command decks. On Rearguard Circle, when your unit's rearguard is put into his or her deck due to an effect from one of your cards, if you have a Kronos Command Vanguard, choose one of your rearguards and time leap it. So that is all for this week. Feel free to leave a comment on what you think about the new cards, and if you have any questions about the ruling, leave a comment down below and I'll try and answer it as best as I can. So be sure to check next week's video too to keep up to date with all the new Vanguard news. So I'll see you next time. Bye!